Welcome to the enthralling tales of the epic level commoners. For over 20 years, our tight-knit group of Ed, Rick, Matt, TJ, Richard, and occasionally Chris have sat around tables, rolled dice, and embarked on unforgettable journeys in the realm of tabletop RPGs. So gear up for a roller coaster of emotions where every episode brings laughter, thrill, and the reminder that heroes come in all forms. Hey, this is Ed, the GM for the Space Janitors campaign. Thanks for joining us again on episode 2. Again, these first 4 episodes are a little rough. I wasn't really recording them with the intention to release them. I think I was actually still doing it on my phone. But we're back with Rick as Phil Globagulia, Richard as Jaybee the cat, TJ as Waylon the engineer, and Matt as Jim or Kimiko. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did. This time on Space Janitors.
A kitty scout does it right.
I sincerely want you to know I will finish my workloads.
Purple.
See you, fuckers!
I ain't that alien who was most likely an innocent person. I saw a toad.
Waylon, we're bailing!
We just go the opposite direction.
And I got worms.
I can purify food and drink.
Let's have you on fucking swallow duty.
Egypt was the first natural litter box our kind created. You just hear that coming from the vents as I'm just crawling by shit and key, I do really do.
You know, I don't want to interrupt the singing and stuff. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's great, I love it.
Don't sneak up on me, Phil.
The shooting in the vents.
Yeah.
It's a bothersome thing. Like, our whole job is to keep the ship clean and not shit all over the inside of the air vents.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I shit in the other guy's territory, so they look bad.
So remember, they are sanitizing them with the vents with fire once a week now because
it just makes a horrible smell.
Yeah,
like complaining.
Well, yeah.
So there's not just cat shit. There's also burnt cat shit.
But I'm doing B-wing. We're F-wing. You know, those B-wing guys are taking all the flag.
I'm just saying. We discussed this earlier. I gladly will consume your shit. Like, don't worry about it.
So I just gotta poop in.
That's what he's really upset about. He's hungry.
Yeah, but I figured the set, in the ship, everybody would know who's like.
I first awakened in a latrine. They had me in a latrine, and underneath the little hole they cut out in the wood, and I would eat anything that dropped through there. Right? One day I just, boom, I was here. I understood things. I started to look through the hole, and I started to ask, what's beyond the hole,
So you're not bothered by the shit, then?
No, as a matter of fact, it's kind of nostalgic.
So you like the shit in the thing. See, I wonder how many other crewmates feel just this way.
It's organic.
You know what I mean? I bet it's boosting morale. I'm just doing my part. I suppose I could be bothered to shit inside of you every now and then. I'll try.
That sounds like a compromise.
Do I just back up inside of you and let it rip, or
You can put a little toilet seat on top.
Dealer's choice, buddy. Dealer's choice.
We'll see what happens next time. I'll give it a shot.
But I'm just saying, like, if I do catch you shitting in the vents, I will engulf you, and no one will ask any questions. I'm not saying, like, I'm going to kill you, engulf you, but I will engulf you until all your hair is permanently removed from your body. You know what I mean?
Oh, God, please don't make me look like a human. I'll do anything to avoid it. Sounded the point. Oh, I'm not
you know what I don't like about humans? Their bones.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always leave their bones lying out everywhere.
Oh. And they look like idiots, too. Their teeth are flat.
Nobody looking at me. I'm not human.
Yeah, you're magic.
This guy's scumbag fucking roommate.
Yeah, we just, like, had a deal where, like, he just, like, he was cool, man. Like, he would, like, just throw, like, his garbage and everything. Like, his toilet didn't work. Like, it was overflowing. He just kept going on it, So, I got to live there. Yeah. As long as I cleaned up the place,
Yeah.
He was really good at making it dirty.
Yeah, he had several infections when I found. Good thing I'm immune to disease, because...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There were a couple of nights when he was passed out drunk. I ate a little bit of him, here and there, He already had all these open wounds, you know. It was just,
Oh.
Honestly, you're probably doing him a favor. Probably cleaning it up a little bit.
yeah. That's what I was doing.
It's disinfecting.
This was your guys' old roommate?
The guy that used to live in his body. Now he's like,
What was your name before you became a middle-aged man?
Kimiko.
Kimiko?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the guy's name was Sal the Amato.
Okay.
You chose the name Jim because,
It was just the first white guy name I could think of.
you know what we should do? We should look up your the body, like your Kimiko body.
Holy shit.
You know where they go. Maybe we'll be near like one of their fucking tours or something.
I mean, yeah. That's definitely something we should do.
Like, you know, guys, I was thinking about that too. You know, we should be looking. I've been looking. That alien guy that, you know, like golf. You know what I'm talking about?
oh yeah.
He said he's asking about eggs. He said, "Where's my eggs? Give us back our eggs," or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a mommy.
Right. So, from what I heard from like other crew members, was that like when they killed the big one on the outside of the ship, the other ones just kind of dropped. So they got like some sort of like hive mind in there, right? So like they probably weren't mistaken about like whether their eggs were here. Like I think that their fucking eggs are somewhere on this ship.
bottle.
Well, I mean, I can believe it. I don't trust that
You're
guy.
right.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
So I'm just saying, like, maybe we should, like, you know, kind of keep our ears to the ground, as they say, you know, about these eggs.
Roll me a perception check for the last 2 months as you've been cleaning. And you guys generally also go into places that, you know...
Oh, nat 20!
Oh, shit.
16.
So what's your perception bonus on top of that?
So it'd be 21, yeah.
So you haven't found, like, any eggs or anything, okay? But in your vigilance of, like, keeping an eye out, because Phil has kind of... I assume you've talked to them and been like, we gotta find these things.
Yeah,
Kinda
I
like
mean,
you just were, yeah.
That makes sense.
Like you literally just said, sorry. You haven't found the eggs, but you have found a few random parts of the ship where you're just not able to get. Like, there's a living quarter on the same level as the captain that, you know, you think Brent lives there, but you can't really get into there. And you've never really been called to do any cleaning in there. There's a couple of sections in, like, the science and engineering bays that you're not able to get into. They've kind of explained those off as being like, oh no, they're just like they're bio labs, so we can't introduce anything. They're already completely sterile rooms, so you can't get in there. But it's still kind of strange that there's like no monitoring that you know of in there.
Okay.
And Brent's quarters, they just straight up tell you, like, just don't go in there. It's you know, you don't have to. He lives there. It's not his, you know, if he doesn't want you to come clean, he doesn't need to have you come clean.
Maybe he's a hoarder.
Or he's, like, obsessively cleaning himself. Doesn't want anybody else cleaning his shit.
Yeah, he always does seem like really well put together.
Well, I think we have our best shot bringing in Brent's. It's just one man's room. I mean, he's always up that fucking captain's ass.
I'll sneak right
I mean,
in.
it's easy to figure out where he is and get into his room while he's away.
Well, I'm just,
We need, like,
follow my nose.
we need, like, somebody who's good with, like, fucking tech and shit. You know?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking useless with fucking booters, man.
I mean, I literally am a janitor, and I don't even know how to use a mop. I literally, you know, use my own.
I mean, you are the mom.
Yeah.
You're honestly the only one who cleans, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, you guys. Well, over the last couple of months, there seemed to be like a little more cobwebs around things for some reason. Like you had a few people who you had to go like clean their windows, and you just kind of cleaned the middle.
Yeah. There's like some Percivals on the window.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing you just changing breath. And then you just pretend like everything.
You're just practicing your smile in the mirrors. I wish Kimiko was here.
He's gonna stick your ass again, man.
I scrapped him many times before. I still got 7 out of 9 lives left. I ain't afraid of him.
Well, he ran away pretty quick last time.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So
Run away, come back quicker,
what'd you
stronger, faster, harder.
All right. So, like I said, it's been a couple of months since you guys fought that thing. The ship's been fully repaired. You guys have spent the last couple of months fighting like weird pests and vermins all over the ship.
I just been bouncing
Mostly
like a
like
motherfucker out the
I was
ship.
talking like space rats, you know, rats that are just they're like nasty. Like it's really surprising, like just how many rats there are.
Oh,
on
they're
the ship.
delicious.
The warehouse level that you guys are on, it's got a lot of storage. Really, nobody else comes down here. There's a couple of delivery bots that roll through and grab shit every now and then, but nobody really comes down here.
I think about
Nobody really even knew there were rats.
I set up one of those things. It's like a ramp that goes onto like a kind of like a
Yeah.
As soon as they step on it, they fall. They
Yeah.
just fall right into me.
Just like contemplating what's wrong with the ship. Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
just
a good
some
one.
bait dangling. Occasionally I grab one. But okay, so now everywhere I go, I'm just full of space rats. So
Yeah.
I want to be completely full of... I'll take disadvantage on my attack rolls. And be full of space rats.
There's just all
When you
different.
engulf people, that would be just terrifying.
Oh, God, right?
Like, if I need to engulf someone right now, I would have to just expel all these rats. These half-digested rats on the floor.
Now, do you
I
sort
can't
of?
clean anymore today, guys. I can't. I got... These things are breathing like crazy.
So I thought about the ship a little bit more. I'd say it's like rounded on the top and then it's flat on the bottom. You guys are on the bottom. The warehouse or the storage warehouse floor runs the entire 500 feet of the ship, and then above you guys there are 14 levels. The very top is where the captain has like half the floor. Brent has a room up there, and then the bridge is at the very front. Off of the thing, there's still like kind of, you know, the Star Trek-y like engines that kind of like wing kind of things that pop off the side, and that's where like your propulsion comes from and all of that. There's a few good sized guns and such that are off of each side, about 8 large machine gun type of lasers on each side, along with a few bigger cannons on the top and bottom that can swivel around.
The gunners are constantly complaining about cat hair in the seats. Oh, nice comfy seat.
He's literally falling apart. I saw a toe, or just a cat toe in the hallway the other day.
That was mine? Fuck, I ate that.
Mm.
Oh, I ate it already. Yeah, I thought it was a space rat part.
Yeah, no, I saw it fall off your foot.
Really?
You really need to take a shower.
I cleaned myself.
Hmm?
I cleaned myself, buddy.
Yeah, with that disgusting tongue.
This tongue's been places you can't even dream of.
I know, that's herpes.
It's not herpes if it's on a cat.
No, it is. That's herpes.
We spread the rumor a long time ago. It was called cootie.
He's just hurting you so.
It
You know,
doesn't
at
ever-
first, I was doing my lay on hands to cure his disease, right? And then the next day, he would just have another disease. I was like, this is exhausting. I can't do this.
Why are you getting rid of my diseases?
I was trying to help you out.
You gotta get them all.
At this point, I was still like, oh, this is my new friend. And then I realized you're just a fucking asshole.
It's just because you got
So
a
it's like,
weird
I'm glad
cat
you're
fetish.
tired.
You think we're supposed to be owned by you? We're free creatures. We live how we want.
You guys have still not made it to where you guys were originally headed. You guys were headed to like Red Quadrant 43B. You guys are heading in that direction, but it almost seems like you're on, like the ship is on some sort of publicity tour on its way that way. Keep stopping by like every star station and every like major planet to like get supplies, and you guys are usually there for a little while the captain like does some media appearances and shit. They've also kind of back and forth like gotten rid of some crew and gotten some new crew. Kind of like I said before, it seems like they always get more than they get rid of.
The fuck are you all looking at? You haven't seen a cat licking his fucking giblets? Rude. Gawking and staring. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
After one of these stops at one point, the captain calls the whole group of you up to his office to discuss a special mission. I know you haven't seen the captain, but he's Captain Chad Thorson is his name. He's a very handsome looking man. You know, he's got like the wafting hair, and he's wearing the captain's uniform, which is picture something Star Trek-y.
Yeah, he looks like a pussy. Jack off.
He has like a constant like smile, like a fake ass smile, like plastered to his face all the time, except for the one time that he reprimanded Jim, called him a coward and was tired of his lies because he ran away from the fight last time.
Even though we had no video evidence of that.
Nothing worse than a coward.
Nothing worse than a coward.
We got like fucking commendations for our bravery. And then you got...
We got like a couple of snack packs.
You got a pay cut for because they had to search all the rooms on that floor to make sure you didn't steal anything.
Yeah.
Traveler.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
And I tried to tell him, listen, nobody knows who that beautiful person is, but I know it's not fucking Casey. He's a goddamn liar.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like Casey.
It doesn't look like Casey at all. And you know it was me.
Remember, you were being ironically nice to Casey.
Yeah. Everybody, let's fucking hip hip hooray for Casey, the hero of the day.
We describe your character to them? You're already standing in front of the captain's desk. Weirdly enough, he never seems to be on the bridge. He's always in his office.
What's up, Cap?
Kind of a short halfling. Entire top of my head is bald, but I've got the hair on the side.
Alright. Skull sack.
Has what looks like tried to be a beard, but because he plays with electronics a lot, it's all like patchy and burnt up.
Okay.
What color are his eyes? Are they gentle eyes? Are they cold? Curious. I'm just excited to meet him.
Just wearing a standard like ship's uniform, nothing crazy.
In engineer's uniform. These three are all RS rank, red shirt rank, so they're just, he doesn't wear a uniform because he really can't.
You just got a uniform floating in here.
His uniform
Dissolved.
His uniform is, who knows what happened to it. They've given him so many at this point.
They're just like,
every time he turns it into laundry to get cleaned or whatever, they burn it. Like, although it's strange, it's actually turned out to be pretty good atomic fuel somehow.
You're welcome.
So what color is engineering? Is it like Star Trek where it's...
Oh yeah, give us 3 different colors, baby.
Gold or green?
Gold.
I was gonna say green,
Well,
because I don't know the colors from Star Trek.
Depends which we're talking about.
It's gold. It's security, and engineering is gold.
Are we doing next generation though? We're going to next gen. Okay.
Well, even
Yeah, Red's command in next gen. Yeah, Red's command.
Well, I was gonna say the captain is more of like a dark crimson color, right? So like the captain, he's the highest you can get, obviously, on the ship, and he's where you guys are red. He's like a dark crimson.
Okay, all right.
It's a powerful color,
Crimson and gold.
And then engineering will go with green. They have to have a bright color in case you get lost in the engine compartment or something.
Yeah.
It's easier to find the bodies if they're easy to spot.
We call them toadies.
It kind of glows if
Gold-
it.
gold
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
this is where you shoot first.
Yeah. No, I feel like you can turn it on and off. Like you can glow but it's not like enough to even see by in the dark. But it's, you can turn it on and off.
Well, as an artificer, I can touch it and make it glow 5 foot bright and then 5 foot dim.
There you go. Okay.
I just do that because I'm a douche, I guess.
Flashlight.
You're in there waiting with the captain. You see these three. Have their characters been described to you at all?
Somewhat.
Okay. You see a mangy ass 3 foot tall.
Well, it's 4 foot tall.
4 foot tall. 4 foot tall with a slouch. Cat person who's the mangiest, just like he's got patches of fur coming out.
I look greasy and dry all at the same time.
Yeah. He's kind of got a wheeze to him, A solid 5 feet away from him, these two are walking next to each other, and you've got Jim, who's, like I said, I was picturing Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. And then Gelatinous. What color is Phil?
Purple.
Purple.
Is part of
Okay. And a purple gelatinous cube, 5 by 5 by 5.
Full of, like, exploding space rats. Still twitching.
Yeah.
When, and then there's also that tattered piece of red shirt that's in there. And then you can kind of make out there's actually like a repeater and a phaser floating around there that I can just pull right out of the gunk.
It's kind of funny.
Fire the
It
cat.
looks like a galaxy eating.
What's crazy is
Yeah, watch this. And I go like that, and it swirls.
What's crazy is that he's actually beautiful when he's starting. when he's not full of cat shit and dead rats.
Oh yeah.
It's honestly, I'll be transfixed. Like he'll be miserable. He'll be like, I'm literally dying.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, look at this view though.
The view's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time me and him got along.
You scratched me behind the ear, then you got grossed out because a bunch of hair fell out.
Yeah, no, literally a chunk of your ear fell off. It was no hair.
Holding it ever
It
since.
was a piece of your ear that you had it scotch taped back on.
You had worms there. I got them.
Atomic radiation has its,
I like how I just picture we're just having this conversation right now, right in front of the captain.
Well, Captain can wait. He's human.
So they're just making drinks over, Fred. You know?
What's your name?
Wait.
Waylon. Okay. You guys walk in, of course, see the there. Yes. With his giant, ridiculous smile. Fellas, it's nice to see you, my wonderful janitorial crew. How are you doing today, guys?
Oh man, we got a rat problem on this ship. Can't you tell just by looking at me?
I can tell you got some rats. You know what's about to happen on a vessel this size. There's a lot going on
He's
here.
like 500 rats in him.
Yeah, I barely made a dent. You know,
All right. Well, we'll get to working on that. For now, I got a special thing going for it. This here is Waylon. Waylon, he's from the engineering crew. We've decided to throw him on this mission with you.
Have you sent the solution to your rat problem? You just move all personnel off of those decks and just vent all the fucking oxygen on those decks and kill those motherfuckers.
They're on every day.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll work on that. That's a good idea. I like this guy.
Yeah, I like that. You know, you can do like one of the lock-in parties like they used to do at the old rec center back in the day. Everybody goes to the fucking holodeck or some shit, you know. They have a big party, maybe you have a swap meet, maybe you have a raffle or something. That sounds fun. This was a good meeting. I'm really happy you're willing to take our input.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right,
no.
Wait a minute, fellas. All right, so here's the reason I called you up here. All right, so the Acquisitions Corps, or what was it? Acquirement Corps, the company that we're all employed by. And paid for. They've just recently signed a new treaty with the Goblin Empire. Those wonderful, wonderful goblins signed a treaty. Part of that treaty, and for diplomatic reasons, we're going to do an employee swap. What that means is that I need the four of you. You're going to spend about 6 weeks on a goblin vessel.
No, wait a second. Hold on.
Assuming that you survive.
Now,
yes?
we gotta go where goblins live?
Yeah, we're gonna swap our favorite employees to send over there with the goblins for 6 weeks as a diplomatic relation. They're gonna send over 4 of their guys as well.
You can let goblins here
Yeah,
on the ship.
yeah.
Don't let 'em
They'll
in
be
defense.
they'll be using your room down there. They should feel right at home.
Yeah.
As soon as
All right.
Well, I mean, I'll definitely take care of the rat problem.
Yeah, they should.
I actually really don't feel good at all right now. I feel kind of just gonna expel all the rats.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start chasing some of the rats that are still
What?
around.
I think I'm sick. I gotta go.
Did I mention
over there,
there's a
watch out.
10,000 credit bonus involved in this?
Oh well, I mean, I'm gonna go on the goblin ship. I'm just saying, I need to rest these rats. There's something wrong. There's too many rats.
Yeah. I kept telling him.
Oh, man.
Rats. You guys
All right.
have to clean
Who's...
this up. Oh,
Where's
God.
the janitor? I need a janitor.
Well,
You guys...
Captain's calling me. I gotta go. Sorry,
Alright.
bud.
Jim, we've talked about this.
No, I gotta go.
We've talked about
This is
Jim.
important. Sorry, sir.
I'm just gonna start casting prestidigitation and just cleaning up.
I'm just gonna start licking up the fuse.
Waylon, you are now my favorite janitor. Wait, you're not even a janitor. Your shirt's not red.
Oh, see, now you messed up, man. As soon as you do janitor work, you're a janitor in people's eyes. You're now a space janitor. You might as well move in with us.
Welcome to the crew.
That's how that works.
You just gonna let him come in the crew just like that? One atomic spell and he's fucking Mr. Saves the day?
Just glide now down the hallway away from the captain.
Yeah. You know what I like about it is like the captain doesn't know what to do about you because you're a fucking ooze, right? You know what I mean? He's never seen him like you. He's just like, should I fucking say something about him vomiting dead rats all over the bridge?
Are you just like
Well,
hanging in
what should I
halfway
do?
out the door doing
He has
this?
no idea.
I was fine. I was in heaven with all those rats.
It's just hilarious.
So when do we gotta leave?
In about 6 hours, we're gonna meet up with the Goblin Empire crew, and they're gonna they'll send a ship over for you guys. We'll send a ship over for their guys.
This isn't like a hostage exchange kind of a thing.
No. It's just for diplomatic relations. I'm sure you guys will be fine. Think of the bonus. 10,000 credits to each of you. That's like 6 months' pay. Just for 6 weeks worth of staying on a
Can we get
Goblin Empire ship.
Can we get that in writing?
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes when I go to new places, people they scream, run, throw rocks.
Oh, not
Well,
Goblin.
I mean,
Because
Phil,
he's like a cube of ooze.
Phil, I love you,
Do
Phil,
they
but
know
they're...
about me? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why we're sending you over there, is because we wanted non-humans to represent us.
Oh.
Yeah, we got Jim.
So I'm like a diplomat.
Well, kinda. You're gonna be doing your regular work over there, janitorial and such. I'm sure there will be a lot to clean. You'll love it. 6 weeks of cleaning Goblin.
Oh, no, goblins don't like
Ship.
cleaning at all. That's probably why they're sending it over.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about having goblins on your ship than cleaning it, because that's...
No,
This ship is
the
going to go
goblin
to hell
lover.
while we're gone, right? Especially...
We look around and it's just filthy all around.
There's just dead rats all
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
While you guys are near the tail end of this conversation, one of the side doors of his office opens up, and Brent comes walking out with a towel around his waist. And as soon as he sees you guys, he just hunches over. He's like, "Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't. You were supposed to have company. Is there any? Do you require assistance, sir?
yeah, assistance, huh?
You need. They were supposed to be here earlier.
So wait a second.
And then he just takes a couple steps back and the door closes in front of him. You guys are welcome to roll an insight on that situation to figure anything out about it. 15.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care now? 11. Alright, with the 15, you can see that when Brent walked out, the captain got a sudden flash of fear across his face. She then quickly covered it up, but he got afraid for a second. Yeah. And
I
then
can't blackmail this guy.
after that, he dismisses you guys to, you got a few hours to finish. You guys got, like I said, 6 hours. We'll meet up with the Goblin Empire, and you guys can take off. Try to finish your workload before that, all right? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Captain, I sincerely want you to know I will finish my workloads.
Okay.
God bless.
Thank you, KJ? JP?
I can't hear
As soon as I leave that room, if I can just go into full, and I'm just shit.
my kitty scout powers. I'll lose my kitty scout powers. I fucking blackmail.
Every corner in the ship now has cat shit in it. Spray, I'm leaving a mess for these goblins that they will
Sal.
never forget.
Sal would have been all over blackmail.
Oh, Sal's a fucking piece of shit.
You guys are having this
That is-
conversation on your walk back. Anybody got anything they want to do?
As a bonus action, I'm just going to give everyone 3 temporary.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Assuming there's nothing you want to do, you guys kind of get your stuff ready. Your personal affairs and such. I assume that Jim might have a duffel bag full of his secret stash of sparkly combs or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
You guys want to leave some nasty little treats for these goblins in the room?
Actually, all that shit,
language.
it's actually magically
Goblin, or is that
It would make sense for your.
deal with goblins all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
back in the day.
So time comes, you guys go to the airlock. There's kind of this weird ceremony where he sends their. So he kind of explains it to you while he's kind of before the ceremony. They're gonna send over their shuttle to the goblin ship. The goblin ship is gonna send over their shuttle. And then you guys will get on the goblin shuttle, goblins will get on their shuttle, and then they'll transfer back to the ships they're from. You guys watch, there's kind of a ceremony as they both send off their ships, they'll latch onto the other ships.
This seems an awful lot like exchanging hostages.
You guys do notice the goblin ship's sweet looking. It's pointed at the front and kind of arrows back. It looks to be about the same size as the Miranda, which is the one that you guys are on. The shuttle that you can see detaches from the side, and it's a really clean looking cylinder shape. It slowly floats over. It latches on. Your guys' shuttle looks more like a Star Trek shuttle. It's a very good generic design.
It's utilitarian.
Exactly. So theirs comes over, it floats over, it lands, or it not lands, but it like attaches onto the airlock. As soon as it opens, all you hear is just enter. In a very like calm, nice voice.
Right, when I was picturing the goblin ship, I literally just pictured like a cave in space. I don't know why.
Where you guys are from, goblins are not. They're like, they're goblins. The planet you guys are from, like goblins are nasty ass goblins.
I guess let's enter.
You get in there. It's a nice, clean. It's just one room. There's no like driver's seat or anything. It's all like AI autopilot controlled. Very clean. Door closes. You can see there's like kind of there's screens around you to show your surroundings. Detaches, takes you back to the goblin ship. When it attaches to the side of the goblin ship, it attaches on there, and then a much larger opening, like the whole like side of the wall, like opens up to the goblin ship. And they're standing there. There's 4 goblins that are just the cleanest goblins you've ever seen. They're wearing like scrubs that all have like a pin that shows their rank. They've all got kind of like those Dragon Ball Z kind of scanners on their eyes, kind of thing. Not really a scanner, but you can tell they're used to like view information or whatever they are. Yeah. The tallest of them walks up to you, a female goblin, and goes to shake Waylon's hand. Welcome to our ship, sir. It's very good to see you all. I'm glad that you made it safe and sound.
Shake his hand.
Wait, and you are?
I'm Waylon.
Waylon? Waylon, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much. Goes to the cat.
I'm Jaybee.
Jaybee, nice to meet you. Are you okay?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. You must be Jim then?
I'm definitely Jim.
Jim, nice to meet
Definitely
you, Jim.
my name.
Glad to have you on the ship, the Gurgleback. And you, good sir, Phil, it is nice to meet you. I've heard so very much about you.
Oh, I'm like famous on this ship?
Well, I mean, you're not famous. There's not a lot of sentient cubes out there. I mean, I met one a few months ago, but I've grown an interest.
You met one a few months ago?
Yes. She was very nice, well-spoken.
Was she blue?
No, she was more of a red color.
Red.
But she might have been dyeing herself. It was kind of a thing.
Oh, no.
Julia.
No, her name was Shelley.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Anybody with Shelley?
Nope, it was just her. She was running security for another ship.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't my ex-wife.
Anyway, we'll show you to your quarters.
2 years old.
They take you down. They take you down the hallway. An immaculately clean. This place is amazing. Really, compared to what you guys are coming from, this place is fucking awesome, right?
Starving.
What was that?
Starving.
Yeah, you might. No. We'll make sure that you have all of the food that you need. Don't worry. We'll make sure of that. We've heard of your.
I had like a really good variety on the other ship,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all live on kind of a protein supplement here. We'll do what we can. I've met another cube that worked for another ship, so I have an idea of the things we can get. We have a live garden, so we could probably work out something. The last couple of weeks since the contract was signed, and I heard that you were going to be coming on.
Do you grow cat shit?
No,
Because that's what he eats.
grow cat shit.
That's what he eats.
We've
We've had a species of bird that has been growing in our garden.
Oh, wait a
We
second.
also have a couple species of
bird.
We've also got a couple species of rodent that we have begun to try to farm for something.
You got rodents here, too?
I'm sorry, what was the name of that cube? And what ship were they on?
It was Shelley. I didn't get a surname. Her name was Shelley. She was a reddish color, and she was upon the Quinton, the ASPC at Quinton.
All right,
So they take you to down what would be the living quarters. You guys, they show each of you your own room. You have like an amazing room. They show you to your room. There's like a 7,500 gallon tank in there. Because they heard that you like, they know that the cubes like tanks. So they got
Is there like a stick and a leaf in there too?
That's really, other than that, there's not really anything else in your room besides a tank. They take Jim. Your room it's a nice room. It's got like it's got an attached bathroom. It's got the amenities of a middle-aged man, I guess, like a bed and like a chair. Like,
I get a little sad when I see the shave kit, you know.
yeah. I don't even know. Like, all right, so the cat's room, or Jaybee, I just keep calling you the cat.
That's
Your
all right.
room, there's like
The
a
main.
scratch post and like a cat house, and like there's a pile of like laundry in a corner for you. Waylon, again, your room, kind of like Jim's, is just kind of a generic. It's a nice room. It's definitely nicer than your room on the Miranda was.
You mean my bunk?
Exactly. Yeah. No, you had a pod. Everybody there, most of the crew there have pods, which are more or less like a studio apartment. You know, it's a studio apartment in Japan. You know, like they're not very big. Yeah. There's enough room for like, you got your fold down bed, and you know, you got like a little kitchen area.
Everything, yeah, like 8 by 9.
Yeah. Like no bigger than 10 by 10 at the most. This one's spacious. You can like walk around. This one's 20 by 20 foot rooms here. You know, like, plenty of room for you.
It's big.
Yeah. Your room, here in about 20 minutes, we'll let you get settled in, and in about 20 minutes, we'll bring somebody in to show you your duties. Okay? We, as part of the Alliance, you guys will be doing your normal, you'll be janitors here as well. I am sorry, Waylon, I know you're an engineer. We'll have to kind of get you with janitors until we find a spot for you in engineering.
I told you to do janitor work once.
It's alright.
Trust me, you want to do janitorial.
The thing
Like,
is,
we do rad stuff.
I still get paid that up there.
I hate an alien, but that sucks back. Yeah. How you're still a janitor is like beyond me. You know what I mean? Like if I was the captain, I'd be like, well, you're clearly an ooze that can swallow aliens whole and dissolve them in your fucking gooiness. Let's have you on fucking, swallow duty, engulf duty.
Oh, also, when they get you guys all set up, they
It's
give you all, instead of the big bulky data pad that you have to carry around, they give you like a wrist thing, right, with a screen on it that's, very easily, they give all three of you. They're kind of like, they just kind of hold out and you gotta absorb,
Just drop it in there.
Yeah. We made it very corrosive resistant, so it should be alright to float around in you. You guys get all nice and settled in. Everything's all good. Eventually a guy does come around and he comes through and he explains. Wrist things also serve as like communicators between the four of you and really anybody else. They serve as communicators. These things are so much better than the data pads, than the one data pad that they gave you on the Miranda. They serve as communicators, your maps, all that shit. Eventually a goblin comes around.
Remote information access portal but limited to just your personal information.
Yeah, that's kind of how the data pads were too. Like the data pads served as like it would tell them where they needed to go clean, which they did such a great job of. Mm-hmm. If there were emergencies, if there were like announcements to everybody, that sort of thing. The other janitor guy comes around about 20 minutes, half an hour later. He explains your duties, which on this ship, it'll pop up on your data pad and you just like send a robot there and it takes care of it. Every now and then, if there's a big spill, you'll have to go and like watch the robot fix it or clean it up.
So we're basically just like robot administrators.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is, it's a crazy contrast from, the Miranda where you guys were like running around from like a cargo bay.
One time I got a call. I went up to the bridge, right?
Yeah?
And the captain dropped a candy wrapper on the ground. Woke me up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning to pick up a candy wrapper all the way on the other side of the fucking ship.
I picture your character with like the little sleeping cat on in his 45-gallon tank. It's just kind of barely. He's got to be careful when he sleeps because that way he might ooze out of it.
Little sleeping
That's
mask.
how I keep my shape, my cute shape.
This tank in the goblin ship, though, it's nice. It's like heated, and like there's a chute above you that just drops food in when you need it. So this goes up about 2.5 weeks. You guys are going. I mean, this is like cakewalk for you guys.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah,
Stay forever.
the food is so much better than, you know, the rats. You had a good variety at the other one, but like this one, it's just so sustained. They have an entire floor that's a garden that they'll just let you guys. You guys aren't allowed to hurt the plants because it's their oxygen. You know, there's like a specific type of like alien bird that's got like 4 wings and weird beaks and all that. It's kind of infested a little bit. You kind of gather they've let it infest so that you guys can, you know, do what you want with them.
Right.
So you guys are all
Even the rats on this ship,
they're like super clean.
they're not even. They don't even taste gamey. This is the Kobe.
Their coats have like they're like glossy. You know, they're like they're not even like brown colored. They've got like the different color. They're
like show rats.
They look like domesticated rats.
They're
You know?
super cute. I don't even want to eat them.
They got like greyhound rats. You kind of feel bad when you eat one.
Oh, they're so good. They just melt in your mouth.
Like I said, 2 weeks go by. You guys are just on your regular duties.
I'm putting on weight. I'm actually looking healthy. Like, I'm starting to grow back fur in places that I haven't had it for years.
Yeah, right. Like, you're doing great. You're all, you know, working, doing your own thing. You're all on the same floor. Waylon is there, and watching some robots work. Somebody spilled like some noodles or some shit in the hallway, so he's just there kind of watching. You're inspecting the vents because, I mean, it's been 2.5 weeks. Like, you feel like you need to do something. And the vents is like a thing. You know,
Yeah, we got a thing with vents.
You're like, we got a thing with vents. I should probably check them. You know, and then the two of you are kind of just wandering around when the ship suddenly starts to shake. All of the lights flash to red, and you guys hear like a klaxon.
Oh shit!
Where you guys are overhead, you just hear this loud fucking thump, and then you just hear in one direction.
Your wrist pads like flash red, a warning above it. It says possible danger underneath it, and then it gives you directions to the nearest escape pod or safe area.
Oh!
So I'm immediately going to try and find Jim.
Okay.
During an emergency, I always try to find Jim.
Okay. You roll a
Good
quick.
emergency.
I don't think it even takes a perception check. You guys are on the same floor, kind of looking around.
Our apartments kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll probably have
Yeah, you guys were all kind of really close to each other, except where was Jaybee? Was he in the vents?
Yeah, I was in the vents
What'd
above
you
their
do?
place napping.
Okay.
And when the alarm went off, I jumped up and hit the top of the vent ramp.
Like, now's our time, right? We can be heroes and whatnot, right? And then
Ship shakes again.
on top of that, there's no fucking way Casey can take fucking credit for this.
That's fucking true. You got a point.
But I'm just saying, I don't want you
Red alert.
in our hearts.
Non-essential
So much fucking
personnel,
more
please,
than that, you know what I
please
mean?
make
And this
yourself.
ship is fucking
Make
great.
your way to escape
I'm
pod.
running to
God damn it! You know you might be a news, but you're fucking inspirational.
See you guys.
Bye.
Battle stations.
I'm gonna make my way to engineer.
Okay.
That's that question.
Okay. You get down there. It is a fucking mess. Like, there are goblins running in every which direction. There's some fires in a couple of spots, but nothing crazy. Like, some areas are smoking. They're running around. You know, they're running supplies from one end to the other, fixing things, doing everything they can to keep things going. The lead goblin engine guy, Officer Jurgle, sees you and immediately waves you over to help assist putting things together and such, and they get you to work pretty quick. So,
Okay.
what did you get? He went to an escape pod, he went to engineering, you guys...
We both had a talk. I said, I know we're janitors. We're not just janitors.
Yeah, we're looking for a fucking fight.
We got more in us. Ever since I ate that alien who was most likely an innocent person looking for its own children, I feel super fucking empowered.
Yeah.
You know?
You kick that thing's ass. I mean, morality aside, you kick that thing's ass.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, this ship is great. All these fucking goblins are amazing. Maybe they'll let us stay if we save the fucking day.
Oh!
Yeah.
We're having like a heroic.
Oh, you're here?
I came back to see
I'm
where
just
everyone
picturing
was.
this,
I was
so
in the
you guys
pod, but no
essentially-
one
You're
came.
just shitting in the hallway going, oh.
How many
So,
guys do you
You
shit?
guys, I assume you guys are kind of like
It's
wandering
nice.
around trying to find a way to be like heroic, that sort of thing.
Well, my idea is that they're showing us a way from the danger. We just go the opposite direction the arrows point, right?
Well, I think the map it's more or less it's just a map to the nearest escape pod. It's not really away from danger. It's just
The quickest way.
That's my new fucking Goblet Prince, alright?
while you guys are kind of, you guys want to look out a window?
I'm looking out a window.
You're looking out a window?
I'll look out a window.
You can see out, you guys find a window, you look out a window. Outside, there seems to be, you can see there's obviously a ship battle going on. Well, you're in engineering, so I feel like they would have, filled you in while you were doing this.
Saw it on sensors.
Yeah. You're able to see, Jim, it's the middle-aged eyes just aren't the same.
Yeah.
So you can see it's a ship. It's kind of triangular shape flying around out there. You guys can tell. And
I was holding my back. I was oh.
yeah, Waylon knows, and you guys can tell this ship looks like it's a giant dragon's head. It looks like it's kind of dragon skull shaped, right? There's these weird protrusions on it. The metal doesn't look all that clean. It's kind of dented up looking.
They're
the bottom of it, you can see the teeth coming out the bottom, but there's no bottom jaw on it. You can see light in the eyes. The thing is just kind of zooming around, obviously outmaneuvering the ship that you guys are on.
Who the fuck are those guys?
You in engineering, you guys wouldn't know it, but you in engineering would know that they're ships from the Cobalt Alliance. The Cobalt, just the Cobalt Carmada.
That's it.
You guys don't know that though, because you're just seeing the ship. He knows it because he's seen the scan. You guys can see again, this thing is just outpacing your guys' ship. You guys can all notice that your guys' ship is moving relatively fast though, and because you guys are literally on your way through space at the moment. You see lasers and weapons shooting from yours at them, not really hitting anything. Suddenly, your guys' ship comes to a halt next to a planet, and then that's when it really seems to kick off. Suddenly, your guys' ship, the Gurgleback starts actually hitting the Cobalt ship. The Cobalt ship starts hitting the Gurgleback way more and way more. You guys returning fire back and forth. The Gurgleback doesn't seem like a very maneuverable ship to begin with.
Can I cast guidance on myself and then use a investigation on the system to see if I can increase the shields?
Give me an investigation. 18. At this point, you can tell that the shields have been completely taken down at this point. They are down. The fight is not going well for either side. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm gonna get me to one of those escape pods and kind of stand it at halfway in, halfway out.
Yeah, I think I might go into one of those pods. Yeah. I was gonna fight but there's nothing to fight. The ship probably gonna explode. So
Yeah, I think this is.
there's a planet. Yeah, we should probably.
I think this is a narratively doomed ship.
I check
The planet's
The escape pod!
Alright, let's
Give me a quick investigation.
a 9.
You got too many tabs open.
Waylon on our janitor pad.
I was gonna just say,
We'll be Waylon, we're gonna
Waylon, we're bailing!
we're bailing. Yeah, Waylon, we're bailing. That's a good one. Take an escape pod, so,
Boom! You guys hear a bigger explosion, and the ship. You can feel the ship lurch as it starts to head towards the planet.
I'm going for an escape pod. Whichever one I can find. I hope I picked the right one.
There's a plentiful escape pods in this place.
hold on.
They have definitely.
single wrap.
Is it a one guy?
Yeah.
What is it? How big is the escape pods? 4 people?
They're personal escape pods.
We're just in a cluster. We can all follow each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of shoot out of the.
See you, fuckers!
Yeah, alright, never mind.
Okay, the escape pods kind of shoot off. You can see that you guys are the only escape pods.
Strap myself in. I'm this doesn't fucking work.
I didn't put my fucking strap in, so I'm just frantically running around this escape pod, just tearing it up.
The escape pod it's solid on the outside. There are screens around you, so you guys can get a peripheral view of where you guys are at. You guys shoot off. You can see both the other ships. At this point, there's been a large explosion on each ship. They're both falling at about the same rate towards the planet. You guys are all kind of in a group. Apparently, you guys are the only escape pods you guys see, and they're all they're large silver pill kind of shape. You know what I mean? The ships start following. You see them start to heat up the fire from them entering an atmosphere, and then your escape pods start to not follow exactly, but follow pretty close to where the two ships are falling. It's a rough ride. To be honest, Phil doesn't really have a problem with it.
I'm just like, I picture my character stuck to the top of the pod.
Just condensed ooze.
You three want to give me a dexterity check to make sure you were able to properly strap in? 16? Yeah, Jim, this isn't Kimiko's first time in an escape pod. Right.
Fucking Key Scouts.
I got a 21 on acrobatics since I didn't strap in.
Since you did. You're all over this fucking thing. You're like remember when you first took off in the Miranda and you were freaking out in the room because the ship. That's what you're doing. You're all over this fucking room. There's warning lights going on, like strap in, womp 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 womp.
It has auto straps and they keep trying to get me.
And I'm like, no, oh god, oh fuck, knock it off, you piece of shit. 19. Okay, yeah, you were able in your rush to get the straps to not fight back against the straps. How about that? At this point. All right. Also, give me Constitution saving throws for your trip through the atmosphere and then landing. You two are completely fine. Somehow you're fine. Because you got a great acrobat. If you didn't get over 20 with your acrobatics check, I might not have, but you were able to somehow cat your way out of it. Land on your feet, kind of thing. You guys,
splattered all
Jim,
over the inside of the
Jim, you pass out on your way down. It's a physical reaction. It doesn't take much. You were falling really fast and you passed out. Phil has splattered against everything. He's a little you've never been nauseous, but somehow you're nauseous.
I gotta pull myself back together.
Yeah, you gotta really pull yourself back together. The 4 pods all landed.
Spinning.
He's gonna be 2 inches bigger though, just because he's been all stretched out.
Yeah,
just 2 inches on each side.
All 4 pods land a square, relatively close. You can all see each other. No major damage to. It's an escape pod. You passed out, so when the escape pod opens, you're kind of leaning out on your straps. You guys, on your way down, were able to see that the other ship landed a ways off. You would assume to be north without having, geological shit for the planet. You can kind of see smoke billowing up in the distance. The planet that you've landed on, the ground itself is this, sand. It's like a crystalline sand underneath your feet, really loose. You're in, the middle of a forest. The forest is full of these trees that are about 100 feet tall. They're all about the same height, strangely enough, and they're about 100 feet tall. They look to be made out of solid iron, right? The leaves, all of it on every part of these trees looks to be made of metal. There's no undergrowth vegetation that you can see, so looking through the trees is kind of creepy because it's this shining metal for in different directions with the trees. Anybody who's looked through a forest, but metal and sand on the ground. Loose sand. It's almost if you look at it close enough, it's almost like a crystalline kind of loose sand.
It looks like an artificial litter box.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but thanks for putting that image.
Aren't all litter boxes artificial?
No, some are natural for me.
No, the natural ones are just sand boxes that kids play in.
Egypt was the first natural litter box our kind created. The place was a dump.
On kind of the inside screens of your escape pods, as well as on your wrist pad, there's a rudimentary kind of. It's not really a map; it's more of a compass with a thing on, with a mark on it that it says. It gives you a pointer that shows you the way to the main ship, and it says obviously it says things like emergency and
report back to station.
Yeah, right. You find this shit is so hard to gelatinous cube through. This sand wasn't really something I had thought about until just now, but
I'm just worried because it doesn't seem like I can eat anything here.
Doesn't look like you don't see any animal life.
Well, I know of a certain cat person you might be able to eat.
I'm just saying, you're the top of the who's gonna be eaten first.
Yeah, if we need to eat somebody, you're number one.
These trees are really hard. You can't really. You attempt to climb one at some point, and you can't get your fingers in it. It's
do a scratch, a kitty scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm on the bottom of the list. Who's gonna eat me? Who wants?
I got natural restoration, though. I can heal people.
So we can just...
I'm vital. I'm necessary.
And then heal it.
I got all that. So there you go. You can heal yourself when we cut pieces up. That's it.
Yeah.
He's got that too. What do you want to eat?
Yeah, but I don't taste like that.
You guys gonna eat a mangy old cat? Look at this guy. He looks tasty.
It's probably a Cobalt Z. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I picked off a cigarette butt on my foot that had skin growing over it.
Yeah.
This guy didn't taste good.
Before you eat me, just remember you are what you eat. And I got worms.
I guess
I can purify food and drink.
Kill him. Let's just kill him now.
Yeah, I guess we'll just start heading towards the trash dump and shit, right?
Okay. According to your wrist bracelet, it's about 6 miles off. You can kind of see the smoke like in the distance. There are like a couple like meager goblin-sized rations in your escape pods. Like, and so they're like, to you they're like half rations. So there's two rations in each one, so that's about one.
I'm small size.
Yeah, you're small. Yeah. So that's you guys. Oh yeah, he's small. So you guys have enough. You guys have 2 rations each. The rations for you guys, I feel like a half ration isn't even like a quarter ration for Phil.
Technically,
Phil's got to eat a lot. Okay. So you're a cat. You got a metabolism. Yeah.
No critters here.
So you each got like 1 ration, more or less, except for Phil, who really just wants all your guys' rations to make up 1 ration for him.
6 miles ain't bad though.
Should have kept those fucking rats. Oh, they would have been long gone by now.
Mm. What's the daylight situation? Does it look like the sun's setting soon? Is there a sun?
There's a sun. It's high in the sky right now.
And there's oxygen and stuff.
There's oxygen. You guys aren't really having any trouble breathing. It does have like a weird kind of metallic taste to it. The sun's high in the sky. It doesn't seem to be... you don't really know how much longer you have of day, but it's up there. It's not too hot, although, again, very strange. At a few random intervals, you as you're walking, the wind starts to kind of pick up, and you can hear like the leaves in the trees, kind of like it's like jingling as they all jingle. Jingle and jangle. Well, actually, everybody give me a dexterity check.
Oh no.
17!
2.
10.
Sorry for what?
Dexterity?
14.
All right. So as you guys are walking through this light sand, it's not easy going to begin with. The first time you guys hear like the wind start to jingle up, it kind of comes through the trees and it looks pretty nice and all that. You guys notice in a few spots a leaf will like let go, and like on Earth you normally see like a leaf like float down. When they let go here, they thump. You hear them like thunk into the sand. Right? So you guys are kind of keeping an eye out for it. Jim isn't really keeping as well an eye out for it. One leaf comes down and kind of slices across his arm. Does 3 damages to you as it cuts open your arm pretty well on its way down.
Well,
Again, when they hit the ground, they don't really like sit on top of the sand. They kind of dart down into the sand. So you don't see them like all over the place.
What are the dimensions of these leaves?
Say like 3 inches long, a couple inches across.
So they're like little knife blades, basically.
Kinda, yeah. They don't seem sharp. They're definitely pointy. And when they fall, like, they orient themselves where the point is down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one up and just kind of hold on to it and fiddle with it.
Yeah, you kind of have to dig for it, but you're used to digging through, like, sandy substances.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
dwarves would love this planet.
You guys don't really know if it's mapped or not, or if anybody knows what the planet is.
Who got hurt?
What?
Who got hurt?
Just 3 damage.
Jim.
Cure wound.
Oh, it was actually just those temporary hit points you gave us.
Oh, yeah. Those 3 temporary hit points are gone.
I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
Hell
yeah,
within
baby.
10 feet of me. This time it's 9.
Somebody roll me a d20.
1d20? 9.
9. So with a 9, you guys have been walking for a few hours. You're making pretty good time. Nothing too crazy. You guys do start to give me a perception check.
I think I do start to give you a perception check.
13. 9.
9.
21.
26.
26.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to see if I can pad
I
it.
got a 21. I thought it was hot shit.
All right, the halfling engineer and the old ass cat start to hear like this, like start kind of hearing like the same kind of tinkling sound that you hear when the wind comes through the branches. Kind of heard that like mixed with the buzzing.
Run and hide! What are we doing? Are we running and hide? Are we gonna run and hide? Somebody tell me what to do. We're running and hide.
Damn it. A kitty scout doesn't run.
Kitties run.
Oh, and we'll see what it is first.
The first you're able to see it is kind of like a dark kind of cloud like moving through the trees. You can hear like a buzzing and a tinkling kind of sound. As it gets closer, you guys notice that it's looked like it's full of like a bunch of little like metal bugs as they're flying through. They seem to be, lots of them are landing on these weird trees and then flying off. with a leaf in their little thing. Like they grab a leaf and then they buzz off. The buzzing sound is actually the sound of like their wings.
Oh, I'm gonna drop the leaf that I had immediately.
They are moving. They don't seem, from what you can tell, they don't seem necessarily hostile to you, but they are definitely like moving closer to you. And there's like, you can see there's a cloud of them. There's thousands of them.
This is a line.
Yeah, let's be out here.
This is a line.
And running.
Action to dash. Use my bonus action to dash. Gives me 75 feet.
Okay. You guys start to run. Somebody, actually, let's do a group athletics check.
Oh my, it seems as though the audio recording is cut out here. As though some moron was using a phone that updated. Let me see. I do believe the report, filed by one Jaybee, or Jaybee. According to this report, which is very poorly written, is it written by a cat? It appears they located the goblin ship, and after some, quite frankly, anti-kobold talk with the goblin captain, which the Space Corps does not endorse by any means, they were dispatched to find a new power source, probably from the dirty kobold ship. It's hard to tell if this report's even in chronological order. It says here they spent a few days finding the kobold ship. When they found it, it was surrounded by kobolds, obviously. The kobold ship was at a strange, precarious angle, covered in holes. After an undefined amount of time, they somehow snuck their way onto the ship through one of the holes on the, well, it says right side, but for sake of clarity, the starboard side, where they encountered two draconic Abishai. How strange. The Abishai attacked immediately, and after a short fight, were consumed by one Phil Globagulia. The report cuts off after that, and it appears that audio recording once again resumes. Thank you for your use of the Space Corps Records Department in Main Office 58912. Your credits will be charged immediately upon completion. Have a nice day. Hey, it's Ed again. Thanks for listening to the episode. Feel free to give us a like or a subscription or some comments. Or I think Richard usually puts a poll up or something like that too. Thanks for listening. We'll be back at some point.